Now that you're done with your warm-up, here's the assignment for today. So last chapter and this chapter, I've asked you to write down any questions that come to mind on notebook page 32 that you have while we're covering the material. Today, I want you to find an answer or answers to one of those questions. For example, if I'm looking at notebook page 32, my fifth question is, how much was Mansa Musa worth? We talk about him being one of the richest men, if not the richest man, in history. But I want to know how much money that is. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Google it. Source 1. There's a few things I want you to do as you're Googling this. So, question I typed out here. Source 1, I want a link. Copy, paste. Next, is this source reliable? Explain. So I'm going to do what you guys have practiced a little bit in English. I'm going to analyze this website, find out who wrote it, when they wrote it. Is this source reliable? I mean, where did they get their information from? Is it a .gov, .edu, so on and so forth. I'm going to figure out whether this source is reliable or not, and then I'm going to explain here. Last but not least, for source 1, what's the answer to your question? So I'm going to have to go back, read the article, and in my own words, explain what this article says. Now your goal for today is to finish source 1 at least. If you have extra time, move on to source 2. Source 2 is the same thing with one question extra. How does source 2 compare and contrast to source 1? But you do the same thing. Go back, find a different source. Here's the URL. Is it trustworthy? What does it say? And then what's the same between source 1 and 2? What's different between source 1 and 2? Ideally, I want us to get to a total of 3 sources, but you need to only finish source 1 today, 2 if you can. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm here to help. If you are still listening, to earn 3 extra class dojo points when I go to grade your warm-up at the end of next week, put a star over Friday.